I need silence. Now we got a super quorum. All right, welcome everyone.
Hello, Mr. Chairman.
You know what, I'm going to switch it up today. Rather than do a prayer, which I sometimes do and sometimes don't, we're going to have a little devotion, if we could have some silence over there to my right. Our good friend and colleague, Senator Hickman of the 4th, as some of us know, sends out a Bible verse daily. And I thought this one was very appropriate for what we do up here. And this is Philippians chapter 2, verses 3 and 4. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit, but in humility consider others better than yourselves. Each of you should look not only to your own interest, but also to the interest of others.
Which is why you never see that passage in any office here in the Capitol.
Well, you know, our current lieutenant governor tells this story a lot, that when he first got up here, and I won't mention who said it to him, but he said, Senator, you're going to learn around here that there's a lot of interest, special interest in this Capitol and under this gold dome, but there's no interest like self-interest. So that's a little bit of the opposite of what that devotion is about, but anyway, all right. Time to get serious. Time to get to work. All right, so let's go Representative New, who is new to our Rules Committee. If you'll just go up to the podium.
Oh.
New to the legislature, new to the Senate side.
I'm a new woman every day.
I love it. I love it. Tell the committee a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what's your background. We don't need your Social Security or anything.
I appreciate
We'll
that.
get that later.
I'm a Scorpio. No. I am from Douglas County. I represent Douglas County, Paulding County. I'm a 7th generation Douglas County resident.
Do you call those like Douglasonians?
Douglasonians. I like it. Yes,
Okay.
we can. From now on, we will.
Oh,
And my
I say it
grandkids.
so.
let it be said, so let it be written. My grandkids are 9th generation Douglas County residents, and I'm in the car business. I finance vehicles for used car dealers.
Oh. Are you a buy here, pay here?
I am.
All right.
I am. I am not a title pawn.
Oh. Oh. New constituent. She
Yes,
is a
I
new
am.
constituent.
It's a new day.
So you're in the western half of Douglas County.
I am in the west part of Douglas County, yes.
Did you vote for me?
Did I? Are you my senator? You're a senator for Douglas County, but my senator is over there.
Oh.
If I could have voted for you, I would have
Somebody
voted for
needs to
you.
learn their district.
We're trying to pawn it off a little bit since you got a bill out here.
There's always tomorrow.
Okay, well.
Oh, no.
All right, well, let's get down to business. You got HB 165, which you kind of sailed through the House over there, didn't you?
It is a department bill for the Department of Natural Resources. So it is a cleanup bill requested by the Department of Natural Resources to address an oversight in previous legislation. In 2020, the Historic Preservation Division was transferred from the Department of Natural Resources to the Department of Community Affairs. In this transfer, Agora exemption was for sensitive historical and archaeological records was moved from the Department of Natural Resources to the Department of Community Affairs. However, the Department of Natural Resources still holds the office of state archaeologist, and this office is where all of our historical sites, historical cemeteries, and Native American burial ground information is housed. So this bill would simply restore that exemption to ensure sensitive archaeological sites would continue to be protected. And that's the bill.
Where's the majority leader when you need him for the Native American portion of your bill? He's an expert in that field. Any questions from the committee? I got one over there, Senator Anavitarte.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Hello, Representative New.
Hello, Senator.
So who is your favorite senator?
Wow. Be careful. Be careful. It's a trick question.
Is it the one carrying your bill or these other folks representing Douglas County?
I will tell you
Or the one that made the
that
bill
my
available?
favorite senators are all in this room.
Wow.
Did you
Wow.
say she was a car salesman?
That's very diplomatic.
Yes.
Good answer. Good answer.
Senator Robertson.
Representative New, now, this bill takes the artifacts back under DNR, but leaves takes the historical documents related to the cemeteries back to DNR and leaves the artifacts where they were transferred on the previous legislation?
This is just a GORA exemption. So this will give the Department of Natural Resources a GORA exemption again. They've always had it until 2020, when the Historic Preservation Division was moved from the DNR to the Department of Community Affairs. So right now, currently, our Office of State Archaeologist, where all of these things are housed, are not covered under an exemption.
So what exemption are we giving them?
A GORA, a Georgia Open Records Act.
Okay, so that exemption means that nobody can look at that information?
An archaeologist can request it, and based on need, individuals can request it as well from the Department of Natural Resources.
Okay, who determines need?
The Department of Natural Resources.
Okay, and so someone, if they determine the need exists from someone who is not an archaeologist, that individual can look at this information?
Could you repeat the question?
If that need is determined, but the person is not an archaeologist, can they still look at this information?
The Department of Natural Resources, yes, would determine whether that person could see this information or not. This is so that there's no looting or vandalism or grave robbing of all of our historical sites, historical cemeteries, and Native American burial grounds. So nobody can go Indiana Jones on our historical sites.
Well, sure they can. They would have to be caught doing that, correct?
Correct.
I mean, DNR doesn't have anybody that has a person in all the graveyards, do they? Well, I hope not.
All right, that's enough.
I was trying to figure out the
Senator,
separation.
Yes, sir.
Senator, I know you're new to rules. We don't ask serious questions in here.
I was
just
just told
kidding.
you asked those same questions.
Good questions.
Ma'am, you have to be up at the
Yeah.
podium
No,
to
no.
speak. Thank you, I appreciate you.
Okay. Let's get some order here. Vice Chairman, did you have something you'd like to add?
Donald Kirkland, with the department, informed me a little bit more. Some of those places that you might find a burial ground, not everybody knows where they're at. So that's where the gold's buried. We want to make sure it stays there.
Are these licensed archaeologists?
These would be, archaeologist is defined as somebody with a master's degree.
Okay, so they're licensed. So did this go through GORC?
That's a great question.
Okay.
I will get back to you on the answer.
Okay. All right.
Is there more interpretation?
No more questions. Thank you. Good job. All right, HB 55. Senator Beach is going to cover that for our President Pro Tem, who is not with us today.
Tim is out of the building on business outside the Capitol. This is the Department of Banking and Finance housekeeping bill. The bill contains revisions to the state's banking code and regulates banks, credit unions, installment lenders, and money service business. The banking industry is totally on board with this. There was no opposition. I would ask for your approval.
Thank you.
And Pro Tem Kennedy will carry the bill for Representative Williamson.
Perfect. Thank you. Not taking questions on that one. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you have a question for me?
I did not, Mr. Chairman, but I'm good now. He's yielded the well.
Okay. Well, he's sitting right there. What do you got?
I was just, so you're not carrying it, so it's not a governor's bill.
It's too soon. Too soon.
Sorry.
I will tell you, this bill will not allow Communist Party China to open a bank in the state. I will tell you that.
As he slams his pen down. All right, Representative Green, why don't you come on up and cover both H.R. 157 and 158, which are our annual conveyance bills. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, Mr. Chairman and members of the committee.
I just want to say what it is an honor to have you here with us today.
Well, it's always an honor to be on this side, and it's always an honor to appear before the Rules Committee, which we've done over the years, haven't we?
We have. It's been. I'm in a little different seat than I've been in before.
Yeah, I'm glad you're sitting there in that seat.
Well, thank you. Me too. Go ahead.
Thank
Tell
you.
us about your bills.
I will.
Actually, you don't have any bills. You got resolutions.
Well, this House Resolution 157 is by substitute, and it's our annual conveyance. We've added one on the side of the Senate here and made a little change to Walton County. And your Appropriations Chairman wanted to make a little technical change there, and we did, because my members on my committee did not catch it, and he caught it, and we took care of that, which is changing the amount of money that would go to the DOT on this for $10, which is a normal thing that we do in regard to conveyances. If
Nothing
it's-
gets past our appropriations, Chairman.
That's right,
Tell
it
you
does
that.
not. And then a member of your Rules Committee here and the chairman of the committee added Muskogee County there. And that was some removal of some deed restrictions that they wanted in that respect. And that's really, and they did it for an amount there of $650, I think. And that's the gist of the conveyances there, going all the way from Appleton and Bacon County again, Effingham, Morgan, Rabun, Taylor County.
Are you done? I thought you were going to name all the
Oh.
counties.
Well, that's the conveyances on that one,
All
HR 157 by
Well, we're about to
substitute.
get all 159 from you. All right. Well, any questions for the author of the resolution, Senator Huffsteller?
You know, the previous dean of the House, I believe he got nominated to the Dominican Republic Ambassador of the Bahamas, or both, or what was that? The way you became dean.
We just got rid of him.
So did he ever get confirmed? or-
He has not been confirmed.
Oh, so this was a bait and switch on your part, I see.
It was- Well,
It's the laws of attrition work in our favor.
41 years,
You've been here 41 years.
41 years.
Man, I was.
Older than you are.
No, I'm 45. I was 4 when he got elected. So, not
4
quite
years
in
old.
kindergarten yet. It's amazing. Attrition works out in our favor sometimes. That's how I got here.
Sometimes, yes.
So, all right. Well, any other questions? All right. You want to do? Did you already? You want to do?
Yeah,
158?
I'll go ahead and do
Sure.
House Resolution 158. On the Senate side, it'll be by substitute as well, because we've added some of the easements there, Bacon County, Chatham County, Gwinnett County, and Wheeler County to the list.
Okay. Any questions on that one? All right. And you have the dean of the Senate going to carry the dean of the House's bill.
Yes, sir.
Double dean.
Double dean on it.
I like it. I love it. I love it. All right. Well, thank you.
Thank
for
you
being
all.
here.
I appreciate it very much.
Honor to have you.
Well, it's an honor to be here. Thank you.
And also, a little side note I didn't know about. The double deans are also in charge of the committee that's in charge of the museum.
That's
What
correct.
do you call that?
It is our art museum, the museums,
Yeah.
that, and we, and I understand that there's going to be a little presentation made on the part of one of your individuals here to help you take care of a treasured radio.
Yeah, that'd be great. I wonder who that is.
I wonder who that is too.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, thank you. Wait, I think that might have stirred up some questions. We got some questions over there.
I was curious, are they in charge of the museum because both of them are old enough to be in a museum?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's not
Oh, you said no serious
Let's
questions.
not.
I apologize, Mr. Chair.
let's not go there. You ain't far behind them. All right. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, well, let's pick a few since we have so many to pick from. All right, so I am going to couple 157 and 158 together. So if you pick one, you've picked them both. Okay. So I left off at Senator Dugan the other night, so we're at Senator Beach.
I will pick HB 55 for the pro tem carry.
HB 55, carried by our pro tem, picked by Senator Beach. All right. Senator Rhett.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think it's an honor to be able to pick the bill for both the deans.
Oh, double Dean. 157, 158. All right. I think that's going to do it for. I was told to pick two. We picked three. So, hey, I'm a rules chairman. I must follow the rules. Okay. I've got HB 55, HR 157, and HR 158.
So moved.
I've got a motion from my vice chairman. I got a second from Chairman Albers. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say nee. Motion passes unanimous. Meeting adjourned.